My name is Yvette Moyo. I am the co-founder of Real Men Cook. And I thank everyone for coming today. It's really a special and exciting day for all of us. Real Men Cook is the Father's Day event that has happened 27 consecutive Father's Days, and in some years in over 13 cities, all on the same day. The brand has been developed from an event into a national tradition on Father's Day, a tradition that has even been picked up by the President of the United States, President Barack Obama, who has men cooking on the White House lawn on Father's Day. That tradition was created by myself and my co-founder, who you'll meet later. It's a tradition of Real Men Cook to expose themselves and their good hearts out of the darkness of being what is we call it, an invisible man, who is not acknowledged for being a good father, a good, thoughtful, and generous person. And Real Men Cook on Father's Day has grabbed the media to expose that. And all through the year, through Real Men Charities, our nonprofit, we're able to forward the spirit of our brand. So today, not only am I consciously aware of the wonderful 27 years of service, volunteerism by men, mostly African American men, I am really humbled by the men themselves who have served as volunteers. There are also a group of women volunteers who are in the background that day, understanding that it's a day for men to be acknowledged for the good that they do, and happy to serve as volunteers to hold up their men who they love and respect, who in the media rarely gets the kind of love and respect they deserve and require. Let's see, not the Men Cook, Real Men Cook, I should explain the event a little bit, is not just about cooking, as you probably heard from my previous comments. It's really about men giving, caring, and loving. That is what the brand means. And so this day, we're particularly consciously aware of some men that have come before us who have served and are now gone past. And this is, in our African tradition, we want to acknowledge those people. We want to acknowledge men like Don Kendall and giants of men like Willie Scott, who just recently became an ancestor, and men like Henry English, who is on the front cover of the South Shore Current this month, who we acknowledge and whose son Nkrumah will be carrying on the future for him. We also want to acknowledge the men who will be taking this event, actually receiving the baton from my son, who has managed Real Men Cook events all over the country for the last several years. We'll be taking the baton and working with them to further expand the brand meaning and put us into the community. So putting Real Men Cook in the community now really is a sort of social justice move. As we look at mass incarceration, as we look at joblessness, as we look at poverty and the effects of it in our community that affect us not only financially but emotionally and mentally, we feel that the fathers that are still functioning as father figures, which our emphasis has been on the father figures, those that are the fathers to those who don't have their biological fathers with them, the coaches, the ministers, and teachers. We are now taking our event into the community, into the communities of Chicago, the surrounding areas, particularly the south suburbs. It's one of the events we have signed on already, and we hope there will be more than 27 events in Chicago, but also events all over the country, because this is a tradition. So we are offering to the world an opportunity to have their own Real Men Cook events. They are emotional and heartfelt. All day long, people are saying Happy Father's Day to people who rarely get happy anything. And so that is our gift today. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge a couple of men in the room. Lafayette Ford, who has been one of our main volunteers and leaders in this effort, who is with us today, and also the original Real Man, the man who our President of the United States, Barack Obama, chose to actually write the foreword to his book, a Real Men Cook book that includes a lot of information about men who volunteer and why they do it on Father's Day. And that man is the co-founder of Real Men Cook, Mr. Kofi Moyo. Thank you, Kofi, for being here. We know that you haven't been involved with the event, having not lived in the city for a while, so it is particularly, I'm emotional about you being here and about our son Rael being able to tell a little bit more about what the future looks like. Thank you very much. Rayo?